Let us pray. Dear gracious Heavenly Father, God, we thank you so much, Lord, for this and another day, Lord, that you've given us, God. We're so grateful, Lord, for all your wonderful blessings that you bestowed upon us today. Lord, the ones that we've seen, Lord, and the ones that we've not even thought about today, Lord, each heartbeat that we've had, Lord, each breath that we've taken. Lord, we're so grateful for each one of these, Lord, a job in this time, Lord, that we have. So grateful for those things, Lord. I ask now that you bless this commission meeting, Lord. Bless each one of the commissioners, Lord, the city attorney, the city manager, Lord, the mayor, Lord. Bless each and every one of them, Lord. Bless this meeting. Bless each article on the agenda tonight, Lord. Bless it go to your will. I ask all those things in your gracious heavenly name. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, I'd like to call the regular meeting of the Corbin Board of Commissioners, October 18th, 5 o'clock, with a roll call, please.
Moore? Here. Reeves?
Here.
Knuckles?
Here.
Shepherd?
Here.
Rasmus?
Here. First is to approve the September bills for payment.
I make a motion. Second.
Moore?
Yes.
Reeves?
Yes.
Knuckles?
Yes.
Shepherd?
Yes.
Rasmus?
Yes. Approve the minutes from the September 28th special meeting.
Said motion. Second.
Reeves?
Yes.
Knuckles?
Yes.
Shepherd?
Yes.
Moore?
Yes.
Rasmus?
Yes. Next on the agenda is to read the arena basketball court bids.
We received one bid from the Ohio Floor Company. The amount for 60 by 120 foot portable floor, and this would install the floor and make minor repairs, sand until smooth, apply sealer coats, lay out tape and paint the lines, logos as requested, apply final coat to finish, and stack and band as ready to ship, is $48,750. This was the only bid we received for this project.
There was two companies, but the other one did not send a bid in, so this is the only one. I make the recommendation that we have them to do it. She still has money available through the money she got to do this, and they are gonna ship it off and bring it back.
Make a motion to close the bids. Second.
Knuckles?
Yes.
Shepherd?
Yes.
Moore?
Yes.
Reeves?
Yes.
Rasmus?
Yes.
Motion to approve the one bid we received, $48,750.
I'll second.
Shepherd?
Yes.
Moore?
Yes.
Reeves?
Yes.
Knuckles?
Yes.
Rasmus?
Yes. Ordinance 2021-13, an ordinance amending ordinance number 6-83 to change the criteria, standards, and procedures for hiring police department and fire department members in the city of Corbin, Kentucky. First reading.
Ordinance number 2021-13, an ordinance of the city of Corbin, Kentucky, amending ordinance number 6-83 to change the criteria, standards, and procedures for hiring police department and fire department members in the city of Corbin, Kentucky. Be it ordained by the Board of Commissioners of the city of Corbin, Kentucky as follows. Section 1, the ordinance number 6-83 at section 3, general qualification of applicants, police and fire department members, qualifications, examinations, tenure pursuant to KRS 95.440, is hereby amended and shall read as follows. The legislative body shall require all applicants for appointments to be examined as to their qualifications for office, including their knowledge of the English language and the law and rules governing the duties of the position applied for. Each member of the police or fire department shall be able to read, write, and understand the English language and have such other qualifications as may be prescribed. No person shall be appointed a member of the police or fire department unless he is a person of sobriety and integrity and has been an orderly, law-abiding citizen. Members of the police and fire department qualified under this section shall hold their positions during good behavior, except that the legislative body may decrease the number of policemen or firemen as it may deem proper. If the legislative body decreases the number of policemen or firemen, the youngest members in point of service shall be the first to be released and returned to the eligible list of the department, there to advance according to the rules of the department. The Board of Commissioners shall authorize the hiring of new police and fire department members, and thereafter the city manager shall establish a date and time to conduct a written examination for eligible applicants in order to establish a hiring list of qualified applicants for the police and fire department members. No applicant shall be permitted to take the examination at another date and time. The written examination shall be administered by the city clerk, and applicants shall conform with generally accepted human resource testing standards. The test shall be scored by the city clerk or an authorized representative independent from the department with the position opening. Only applicants that score at least a 70% or greater on the examination shall qualify for the next step in the hiring process. Provided, however, any applicant who is a Kentucky POP certified officer according to KRS 15380, KRS 15402, and KRS 95A230, and who meets KLEC standards shall not be required to take the written examination. And any applicant who is a Kentucky Fire Commission firefighter at the PACE level, KRS 95A.230, and who meets all requirements of the Kentucky Fire Commission or any other standards adopted by the fire department, shall not be required to take this written examination. In addition, the certified applicants, both police and fire, as set forth, shall be eligible for priority ranking on the hiring list. Section 2. All ordinances or portions thereof in conflict with this ordinance are hereby repealed. Section 3. This ordinance shall take effect upon passage and legal advertisement. First reading, October 18, 2021.
The purpose of this is just so people that are in law enforcement or fire outside the city can transfer in without having to retest, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They'll still be required to do every other aspect of the hiring process, just not the test.
Well, they're already certified, so.
Right.
I think it's a good idea. I mean, the chief is having a tough time staffing. This will open up a lot.
Make a motion to approve the ordinance?
Second.
Moore,
Yes.
Reeves,
Yes.
Knuckles,
Yes.
Shepherd,
Yes.
Rasmus,
Yes. Resolution 2021-6, a resolution accepting Kentucky 1629 and associated right-of-way into the city road system for maintenance and ownership.
Resolution 2021-6, whereas the city of Corbin, 805 South Main Street, Corbin, Kentucky 40701, for the use and benefit of the city of Corbin herein, desires that the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet donate ownership and maintenance of certain roadways located within city limits, and whereas at a duly called and conducted meeting of the city of Corbin Council, the following resolution was duly adopted to wit. Do the request made by the city of Corbin, Kentucky to accept a certain road and associated right-of-way into the city road system for maintenance and ownership, and the city of Corbin Commission, having resolved to accept maintenance ownership of the roadway as set forth below from the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, Kentucky 1629 north of US 25 East, starting at the intersection of US 25 East and Kentucky 1629, extending in a northerly direction approximately .349 miles to the newly located Kentucky 1629, newly constructed spur off Kentucky 1629, starting at North Commonwealth Avenue and extending in a northerly direction to US 25E, approximately .069 miles, continuing across to US 25 East and connecting to the Kentucky 1629, approximately .071 miles. Trademark spur, starting at US 25E and extending in a southerly direction approximately .063 miles into the Trademark Shopping Center. Whereas the Commonwealth of Kentucky Transportation Cabinet and the City of Corbin had agreed to the previously mentioned transfer of roadway ownership and maintenance. Now therefore be it resolved by the City of Corbin Commission in Woodley County, Kentucky, that this agreement with the Commonwealth of Kentucky Transportation Cabinet Department of Highways was adopted as set forth by majority roll call vote of all members of the City of Corbin Commission present. A quorum being constituted, and said resolution has been duly made a permanent part of the minutes of the City Commission. The above referenced roads are adopted into the City of Corbin. This, the 18th day of October, 2021.
Motion to approve the resolution. Second.
Reeves,
Yes.
Knuckles,
Yes.
Shepherd,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Rasmus,
Yes. Next is to approve and authorize Mayor Rasmus to sign agreement with Baptist Health.
Make a motion?
That's the one we already talked about last meeting, right?
No, that was something different. This has to do with our health insurance.
okay.
They had to settle.
Second.
Reeves,
Yes.
Knuckles,
Yes.
Shepherd,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Rasmus?
Yes. Next on the agenda is the city manager's report.
We had talked about it in the last meeting, would be my recommendation that we just take the American Rescue Plan money, put it in an account at one of the banks that you're all choosing, however y'all wanna do that.
Did we get some quotes from banks on that?
Not yet.
Scott, have you got any quotes from any local banks, just for like
For what?
with American Rescue money, have we gotten any?
What do y'all want,
interest?
like CDs? What do y'all want?
No, we just
No, we
wanna
just
do
put
like
it
a money market
money market.
account.
Thought you said we couldn't do that, boss.
Yeah, you can.
Through who? A money market?
Yeah, a bank, every bank's got a money market account. You can't go through a broker.
Right.
It'd be broker.
Okay.
And really, I would say that most banks' money market accounts are gonna be very, very
Very low.
close.
Very close and low.
So, I would recommend that we put it in a bank a local bank that we don't really have anything in right now. I don't know.
I think the thing to do is for her to get quotes for them. And you all wanna
Next
bring
month.
it back and do it next month, yeah.
I think we need to find out who's gonna give us the best, they're probably not gonna be that far apart, but.
Sure, I think that's why they need to be report back to you all, that y'all make the choice. Get her off the hook.
Well, I have a question. So on the money markets, are they gonna be able to take it out if they want to? It's not like a CD,
Yes.
it's not locked in.
No.
It will
Just
be-
an interest-bearing checking account.
Is that what you want? Okay.
But make sure they quote it for it to be withdrawn without penalty, okay?
I also need y'all to give me permission to advertise for a code enforcement officer. We will have to change some of the things in our ordinance right now, but we can still go ahead and advertise. I'd like to be able to do that.
Do we need a motion for that? I thought we did that last meeting. Our last meeting was a special meeting.
We talked about changing, we might have to change some of the ordinance.
And you've got that information now?
I do now.
Alright. Motion to authorize city manager to advertise for code enforcement position.
Second.
Knuckles?
Yes.
Shepherd?
Yes.
Moore?
Yes.
Reeves?
Yes.
Rasmus?
Yes.
And we have, 5 of the parklet benches that was done years ago for downtown that are sitting up at the Civic Center. I'd like to declare them surplus plus and get rid of those. They're not worth anything right now, the wood's rotted on them, but they're in pretty bad shape.
That need to be a motion.
To declare it surplus.
Okay.
I'll make a motion that we declare the benches surplus. Second.
Shepherd?
Yes.
Moore?
Yes.
Reeves?
Yes.
Knuckles?
Yes.
Rasmus?
Yes.
Are those the things that they had constructed and put on that people were gonna die on the street? We never did even use them, did we?
And then just an update, the Engineer Street Bridge was completed Saturday. They did the deck today, so we went over to Jeff and it looks very good.
They painted it?
Yes.
Check
Yay.
it out. That looked good.
Just in time for Christmas. Awesome.
And Jeff had to go home sick to dance, but I'd like to thank Public Works Department and also the Recreation Department for their help during the SOAR Summit. Without them guys, we would've got it done for everything they did. Not only, oh, there she is, she came in, okay. And I'm sure she's going to too, but they did a yeoman's job for us getting it ready.
Lots of great feedback.
That's it, Mayor.
Marlon, do you have any idea on the bid that we did on the garbage cans? Like, what's the timeline on getting those in?
They are trying to get them done around the week of November the 11th.
Okay. I've had several people ask me, so.
The order's in, everything's ready, they're starting to make them. They're gonna bring in the first shipment and talk with Mike and Jeff, they're gonna disperse them in different sections. We're gonna take everything to the Civic Center, that way if the weather is bad, we can put them inside the Civic Center.
Do you wanna give an update on the pool?
We had an assessment from Brent Carroll. He's supposed to have all that in to me tomorrow. He texted me this morning, said he'd get me everything, what we need to look at. And we'll go from there.
All right, does any of the department heads want to address the commission? If not, I will, ask Maggie to come up. Come on, Maggie, if you have the energy to.
Oh, I'm
walk.
still kicking there.
I don't
I'm
doubt
still
it.
kicking.
I don't doubt it.
Well, good evening, Mayor and members of the City Commission, Marlon and Bob. October has been an extremely busy month for the Tourism Commission. I am happy to report that we continue to see record numbers for our tourists coming into the city for their vacation. And I anticipate in the next few weeks with the leaf peepers that we will continue to see a good number of guests in the community. October 2nd, we hosted the Alzheimer's Walk, the City Yard Sale, both that morning, and they were both very well attended. So, good events. That was the last City Yard Sale of the season. We also, the night of October 2nd, hosted our final movie in the park of the season. We saw about 400 people in attendance for Hocus Pocus. So, overall, it was a tremendous success. October 9th, we hosted the Annual Oktoberfest event. We had 60 vendors in attendance. We had a DJ and hay rides, as well as a cornhole tournament. I approximate that we had about 4,000 people in attendance. I had spoken to all of our vendors, and they all reported great sales. So it was a beautiful day, thank goodness. So Oktoberfest was great. And we are just coming off the heels of the SOAR Summit. And I am praying that we've had lots of positive feedback, that you have heard nothing but compliments about our city. Despite the pandemic, we had record-breaking attendance both days. Which says a lot, I think, for our city to be able to host as many people as we did. We had over 1,400 people in the city for the 2-day period. Main Street was more beautiful than I've ever seen it for the reception, with the hanging lights and the tablecloths and all the fall decor. The band did a great job for the reception. But most of all, I'm very proud to work for the Corbin Tourism Commission and for the city. And the reason that I'm so proud to work for the city of Corbin is because of the people. And I think I would be remiss if I did not mention that the SOAR Summit was a citywide effort. From the flower shop that rushed out the ferns and the flower decor for the stage, to the churches that rose to the call when I called them in an emergency for tables, to just everybody. It was definitely a citywide effort. The Osley Club was our welcoming committee and volunteered to man the tourism booth and hand out goodie bags to everybody that walked in. And I even had volunteers helping me put tablecloths and pumpkins on tables. So it was a true citywide effort. I had a new appreciation for the staff at the arena. We are working in a time when we are all on a skeleton crew. And that means we have to work that much harder to get things done, and all of the staff rose to the call. The arena staff were phenomenal. They had a great attitude. Even though they were exhausted, they ensured that everything was top-notch and ready to receive all of our guests in the city. I want to thank the Parks Department. I think Jeff had to leave, but the Parks Department helped bringing tables and setting things up. The Public Works Department, I know they are tired of seeing my name pop up on their phone. And I told them I would leave them alone the rest of the week, but they really rose to the call. Anything I needed, they were there. They had a super attitude. They really worked hard. At a time, you know, even when I was at desperation, they were there for me. It was the Calvary. You know, Josh and Planet Earth PC ensuring that, you know, our internet was up to par with the needs for the summit. Rusty and the police department, those officers were top notch and ensured that we have great presence and security for the summit. And Barry for ensuring that we had signage alerting people to the fact that Main Street would be closed. It really takes a village. We pulled it off. I'm super proud, and I'm grateful for all the folks that came to the rescue and really, you know, worked together to, I think, make the summit administrative team pleased with the fact that they chose Corbin for the summit. So, yeah, so I hope that you all got positive. People were so kind walking down Main Street. You know, they stopped me and said such kind words to me about how their summit experience was going. I think our sponsors were happy with how they were recognized. And so overall, good job, team. So.
Maggie, thank you I know you work night and day, and you're so great at organizing all of this, and I could not be more proud, so thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. I really appreciate that. So, upward and onward, trick or treat on Main is the 29th from 3:30 to 5:30. We'll see you there. Thank you.
Thank you. Bruce, do you have anything? Doing all right? Okay, does any of the commission want to talk about anything in particular?
How are our new guys doing, Rusty?
We're doing really good.
Yeah.
How are we as far as staffing? I know Bob said that having some hard time. Are we full capacity right now or no?
No, we actually have, one officer that's on military leave that looks like he'll be gone until the end of 2022. He'll be going to Kosovo in December.
Is that Jason?
Yeah. So we'll be without him for a year and a couple of months, and we have one that's on FMLA right now, and I don't look for him to return. So with those two being gone and the two new guys, we really can't count. You know, we're short-staffed.
How about you, Barry? Is everything good? Fire department?
Yeah.
I have to give a shout out to Jeff Chadwell and his monthly update. Oh my goodness, please don't let him ever stop that. That is amazing. That was so good.
You can't believe somebody ran through one fence at Robert Road.
Of course they did.
Did you see that
Yes.
car climb that
I've
pole?
seen the pictures.
I was right there.
I did not witness the accident.
Thank you, Bob.
It was after the fact, wasn't it?
There you go. After the fact, no, I did not.
All right, anybody else? Brandon, you got anything? Trent, you got anything? All right, with no further business, I'll ask for an adjournment.
Motion to adjourn. Second.
Shepherd?
Yes.
Moore? Moore?
Yes.
Reeves?
Yes.
Lutton?
Yes.
Rasmus?
Yes.